Hello and welcome to the latest episode of Wills Reacts. I'm Wills. Now I know I always say this, but if you've been here before and you've come back for more of this rubbish, then thank you so much. I really appreciate it. If it's your first time here, then equally thank you as much for joining us. So today we're going to be listening to Skid Row's version of the Jimi Hendrix classic Little Voice. Now let me just quickly tell you why I'm doing this one today before we jump into it. Now when Skid Row first came out, and they were kind of taken under the wing of Bon Jovi, I really liked them. I thought their first album was brilliant. And I really liked the second album, Slave to the Grind. And I saw them in Donington 92 when Iron Maiden headlined. I was trying to think who else was on the bill. There was The Almighty, I think, opened. WASP, I think, played. Thunder, I think, played. I think Slayer were there as well. And Skid Row, of course. And Iron Maiden headline. Such a good day. I remember it well. Just can't remember what bands play. And I've been listening to a lot of Skid Row recently, a lot of old Skid Row. The reason being, I don't know if you watch The Masked Singer, but the American version recently, Sebastian Bach, the original singer with Skid Row, he was on it, and it just got me wanting to listen to more Skid Row. So anyway, I was going through Spotify and on YouTube, and for some reason I'd forgotten that they'd released a B-sides album called Besides Ourselves. I think it was around about 1992. I can't remember if it was before Slave to the Grind or afterwards. You have to check that out, put it in the comments, whatever. But I remember not buying it and not listening to it much, even though I was really into them at the time. So I thought I'd just have a Google and remind myself what songs were on it. And I absolutely remember Psychotherapy. I remember Delivering the Goods, the Judas Priest song. But I'd completely forgotten. And I don't think I've ever heard. If I have, I've got no recollection of it. But they did a copy, a version of Jimi Hendrix's Little Wing. Now, loads and loads of musicians and bands have covered this over the years. Stevie Ray Vaughan's done it. So many. Steve Vai's done it. Sting's done it. I think Def Leppard might have done it. The Cause have done loads and loads of versions anyway. So I've just hopped onto YouTube, and sure enough there's a video for it which I've never seen. Might have heard the song many years ago, don't remember. Certainly can't remember their version of it. I'm vaguely familiar with the song, with the Hendrix version. Haven't heard any of the other versions, but I thought we'd give this one a go today, and you'll get my genuine reaction to this video and Skid Row's version of the song. So let's get the old headphones on. Let's give it a go. Bear with me. Here we go. And fire. Okay, so Scotti Hill starting off on the guitar riff. That's such a good riff, isn't it? That's a lovely tone as well he's got there. There we go. Well, she's walking through the clouds. It's actually how I remembered how the Hendrix version was, to be honest. I really love. Let's just stop this there. Really love Sebastian Bach's voice in this period of Skid Row. Even the first few opening notes here, it reminds me of In a Darkened Room from their Slave to the Grind album. If you know the song, you might be able to know what I'm talking about. Let's carry on. Butterflies and zebras and moonbeams, and a very riding with the wind. I always thought Skid Row were a really cool band. Dave the Snake Sabo, Rachel Bolan. I mean, you've got to be cool if you've got a name like Rachel and you're a bloke, haven't you? But they were just a really cool band, and they could pull it off live as well. Sebastian Bach's vocal, I've heard a couple of ropey performances, but on the whole, live he can really do it. And after hearing him on The Masked Singer recently, he can still do it, I tell you. Anyway, let's get back to it. She comes to me.
She set me free. Well, it's alright, she said, it's alright.
It's just got that really nice slow blues vibe, doesn't it? On the strap. What a voice. What a voice. Here we go. So we've got Scotti Hill here doing the solos. He did a lot of the solos in Skid Row. I must admit, I don't know a huge amount about Skid Row apart from the first couple of albums. Oh, this is great. Let's get back to it. I really like Rob's drumming style in this. It's got that loose but tight. Loose but tight? What am I talking about? It's just got a good vibe, isn't it? Listen to this. But the rhythm playing is so important in this as well. It's great. It just fits. It's really good. It does remind me a bit of The Darkened Room by Skid Row, actually. I'm not suggesting they ripped this off, but if they said this song had inspired that song, I think they won't believe it. This guitar solo is so good. What I like, it's got hints of what I remember of the Hendrix version, but it's got Scotti Hill style. Oh no, the adverts of the next videos have just popped up. There we go. How good was that? I've never heard that. Well, as I say, I might have heard the song before, but I've never seen that video, and it's so long since I've heard it. That was great. That's really got me wanting to listen to more Skid Row now. Now, I did hear a rumour, I think I read online, that their new singer, I should know his name, Eric, starts with it, I've forgotten his name, he'll all be shouting at the screen now going, whatever his name is. I heard a rumour that they were looking at recording or re-recording the first album with their new singer doing it, but I just think Sebastian Bach, that version of Skid Row, and I know times move on, bands move on, and so on, but that lineup of Skid Row, those first couple of albums, for me were just a really, really good band with some really good songs. I love that cover. I'm not sure what else I can say, so I'm going to leave it there. But thank you for joining me. I hope you enjoyed that. I hope it's inspired you to listen to more Skid Row. Just listen to more music. I mean, just listen to more music. And go and listen to the original version as well. Listen to Hendrix's version. That is so good. And as I said earlier, if you could do the like thing, if you could subscribe to the channel, that'd be really, really useful. I really appreciate it. And we'll see you next time for the next one. Cheers.